According to OPM's new director, Scott Cooper, 300,000 federal workers will separate from the federal government by the end of this year. The impact of these layoffs and terminations, no doubt, has been substantial. And while former federal workers have been able to find some opportunities, others are still looking for work right now. The company Wellfed is helping former federal workers get back on their feet, find new opportunities, even in other sectors in some cases. One of the founders, Drew Ruby Howe, joining us this afternoon to talk about a big event coming up next weekend, certainly in a retreat that could be really impactful for those still looking for a job.
Oh, absolutely. We are very excited to be hosting our next Navigate Your Next Move retreat on Saturday, September 13th, out in PG at their amazing and beautiful community college out there. We have the pleasure of welcoming you.
Yes, I'll be there as well.
As our morning keynote speaker,
Yes.
Which is phenomenal. And we have a whole menu of offerings for folks that really set them on a confident and practical path forward in their transitional journey. So everything from the how-tos for how to create your own freelance company, how to find that work in between your current kind of position, whether you're a tired or fired Fed, and your next more long-term opportunity, how to utilize AI to kind of get a handle on and amplify your voice and your value proposition with your resume, among with other programs across the day. It's going to be a perfect experience for folks who are in that transitional journey.
What are you hearing in terms of those that are looking for work right now? I can imagine that the last several months have been traumatic for many who have spent their entire careers in federal service. You're helping them sort of make that transition in a job market that's stagnant and very technologically savvy in some cases.
Yes, absolutely.
How are you making how are you helping folks in that regard?
Yeah, well, one thing that we did when we founded Wellfed is we understood that the most important thing that we can do for folks underneath the job search and underneath kind of the grief and loss is their wellness, making sure that they are positioned to feel good in order to do good, and to bring them back into the workforce in a way that validates their identity if they're changing industry, or encourages them back into a service role. So we have the ability to think about that holistic journey of our individuals who are our participants and our members. And we have now over 2,000 members within the Wellfed community. And we're doing everything from meditation and mental wellness to more tactical career-focused workshops in resume, building your value proposition, perfecting your elevator pitch, and those kinds of really important skills. And then and other workshops that we're having, we're giving people the opportunity to kind of co-work virtually, helping them build their interview skills, asking the right questions, and positioning themselves for their next opportunity.
When folks come to the retreat next weekend, what can they expect? I know, I'd imagine a lot of these services will be available there, but it seems like too that they'll also be able to fellowship with other people that are sort of similarly situated so that they can figure out a strategy together in terms of moving forward.
Exactly. So our participants are going to be welcomed by a group of almost 80 fellow fired and tired federal service workers. And we're having the opportunity to kind of have community at its core, making sure that there's opportunities for people to network and connect in between their sessions, in between the keynote sessions, and in between the workshops that we have. And the most important thing that people are going to walk away with is really that tactical advice to go back to their home offices or wherever they're doing their work and being able to activate themselves in a confident and practical way to move forward in their job search, whether it's here in the DMV or if they're looking elsewhere.
All right, Drew Ruby Howe, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you next weekend. We're gonna have a good time.
Thank you, we're gonna have a great time.
Absolutely. So navigate your next move, September 13th at Prince George's Community College. Registration is $40. wearewellfed.com is where you can find more information. We are also gonna provide this information on our website. That's WUSA9.com. Now remember, you can also count on WUSA9 to stay on top of the reductions to the federal workforce, those affected, and the impact that it's having in our communities. In the meantime, scan the QR code on your screen. It will take you to a special section of WUSA9.com dedicated to our coverage of this story. And of course, we'll be keeping you updated throughout our coverage right here on the News at Noon, as well as on our streaming show, Federal Workforce Fallout.